And the estimated cost for the cleanup would be $19,793.75. But I'm working with the Department of Environmental Protection, and I've got them to waive the landfill fees, and that's $38.75 per ton for the waste that is generated. And it's generally, we get anywhere from 5 to 6 tons per roll-off container. And if you multiply that by 10 containers, that's $2,325 per site. Multiply that by 5 sites, an estimated $11,625 in landfill fees are going to be excluded from the cost of the project. So we couldn't do it at this price without their assistance. So I put this before you to see what you thought of it, and we could go ahead and have our first cleanup in April if you're in favor of this. And I think I would want to, I'm going to start with Allen Creek, because this entire month they have their cleanup going on, and where the Allen Creek Lions Club and different organizations are having their roadside litter pickup and everything, and have the containers put out at the Lions Club field for people to make this like a clean sweep through that area and have them to clean up the entire area. And from that point, I'm going to move on to Harts, because I had promised Harts last year that we were going to come back and add 6 more containers, because they use, Harts and Allen Creek use less containers than anyone, because Hamlin and West Hamlin went in with their towns to provide more containers. But with the cost of Ranger and especially Griffithsville, I couldn't go back to that areas, those 2 areas. So I need to move up to Harts next. So from that point on, it's just open. But I thought April would be a good time to start with this, and usually I have the assistance from the probation office for the community service workers to assist in these days. And I don't think this year I'm going to just say it's exclusively for the weekend, because I find that Allied Waste, they won't pull the bins or the roll-off containers until the like if I have it on a weekend, they won't pull the containers until midweek of the following week. And that's when people just keep piling in them and beside all of them, and it's a problem. So I'll probably do part of them during the week too, and not just wait until the weekend. Plus the men would be available to help out more too, to monitor these sites. So if you have any suggestions on this or ideas, I'd be glad to do so.
Anybody in the audience have any comments on it? Does that help you guys, Jim, if they coordinate in April? You?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Just keep it over the side and get it out on time.
Yeah. They don't, that's the only bad part.
I know people across the county keep asking when these are going to be set up, because they take advantage. And as you went around the schools and told the kids, have pride, clean up Lincoln County, this is a chance for us all to
That's true.
lead by example.
And I feel bad, and when I had even gone as far as contacting the community center there at Harts, and we were ready to go with another cleanup day last year, and there weren't funds to do so.
Oh, sure.
Anything else? Okay, I'd entertain a motion to provide the requested amount, $19,793.75. Let's just make it $20,000, and we'll see where we go from there.
So moved.
Motion, I'll second. Being all yes vote, motion carries. Try your best to get us some grant money next time. Talk to the governor.
Yeah, very good. I have one more item of great interest. Judy and I do go through the schools, go to the schools every year, talking to the elementary students about litter and recycling. And of course, it does start with the children. But the county needs to adopt a mandatory garbage enforcement law here. Because that doesn't mean that everyone has to sign up on garbage service. They just need to show proof, if requested by our litter control officer, because he is the one who writes the citations. And I believe he has an assistant now, doesn't he? Yeah. To adopt this, well, this ordinance, or to enforce mandatory garbage disposal in Lincoln County. And again, I say you don't have to sign up on service with Allied Waste, but you do need to show proof that you are disposing of your waste properly. Because you drive by and you see all of these households with garbage bags that have been piled up there for weeks. And you go back and you see the same ones there. So you know that, I've called and checked, they're not on service. And I don't believe they're really interested in getting rid of all of it at all. And it's not helping our county, it's not helping the appearance of our county, nor the value of our county. So we held meetings 2 years ago at different places. We were at Harts, the community center, we were at Hamlin, we were at Allen Creek, getting public information or public feedback. And we didn't have a lot of participation in this. But we're going to try once more to bring this before the commission and ask your thoughts about that and try to proceed with this.
Do you have a model ordinance that,
I do right before you.
and is that,
I have you a model ordinance or,
that
okay.
how many counties, I guess what I'm trying to get, how many counties follow this?
Truthfully, I don't know how many counties there are, but when you talk to the Solid Waste Management Board, not many. If I don't know, there are very few that do, because they don't follow through with the enforcement. They have tried to adopt, the ordinance, but it requires enforcement if you adopt this ordinance.
Is there, I guess, yeah, we've talked about this in the past. I agree with it in concept. I think in theory, I do understand the importance. I guess I just still sometimes wonder, is there any hardship going to be on people? We heard talk about how many people can't hardly get enough food to put on their table. Is it going to be a hardship on people to pay this fee, or can they bury it and meet satisfaction, or what are the alternatives they have if they don't sign up with a Allied Waste or whomever?
Do they still have the free day that you can take your trash into the landfill?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have my books in here. We just went from solid waste meeting to here. They have a day. They've lowered the amount that you can take. It's a level pickup load, but they've decreased the amount. There's no reason why somebody can't take their garbage there free. I mean, it has to be household garbage, not bulky items. But I know that Daryl he doesn't have time to go from household to household to see if they're on service or for them to show proof. But if he goes to the county and he sees bags and bags of garbage piled up at these homes, and then he goes back, he follows up with another visit, and it's still there.
Well, at the extremes, I have no problem. It needs to be cleaned up. I guess I'm just thinking that there's lots of people out here, elderly people, that do not even have an automobile. And what